Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to make this quick video to talk a bit about the future of the cryptocurrency space and market. Now, as with all technology, when it first comes on the scene, there's a lot of skepticism, a lot of FUD, a lot of lack of education, and people not understanding what it's about or not able to see the long-term potential. But as that technology evolves and it becomes part of our daily lives and it presents a solution to problems, just as an example, the internet allowing us to go online and communicate, connect, get information faster, right? And of course, eventually led to commerce online, being able to buy things and so forth and so on. And that becomes the norm. It becomes part of our lives, then we don't think about it. And I believe as blockchain and crypto is now in its infancy stages, there's of course a lot of FUD, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of naysayers, and there's so much potential to come and so many things that are down the road, and only a small group of people really see that, right? If you think about the entire world, because let's be real here, crypto and blockchain is global, right? We're seeing movements in different countries across the globe. But it's only really a small set of folks. The mainstream and majority of people don't understand how it works. They think it's a scam. They think it's whatever, right? But what we've been seeing is a lot of the big Wall Street firms, the tech sector, the stock exchanges, the financial sector, even some corporate America, some companies are noticing the potential of blockchain and cryptocurrencies and are starting to, as we've been talking about, set the infrastructure up for the growth of it, right? And you remember that very similar to the internet, there were a lot of use cases that came out of the internet, right? One was email, one was another is search engines, and then websites, and then commerce, and so forth, and so on and so on, right? There's a lot of use cases, right? That is what we're going to see both in crypto as well as in blockchain. Blockchain having more use cases, of course. Now, if you guys don't know how blockchain works, I highly recommend you do some reading and research this. It's important because it's not just a matter of owning crypto. You should understand why the crypto has value and why the blockchain and what it's doing, the technology gives it the security and all the benefits that a crypto token has, right? And what we're seeing also is not just that the current cryptos in the market that are going to be listed on stock exchanges and so forth, but it's going to be an evolution. So the next phase will be what's called a tokenized economy, where we're going to have asset-backed tokens. Right now, we have a lot of cryptos that are not asset-backed, and that's okay. Many of them are utility tokens, right? For example, Ripple XRP is a token, digital asset that has multiple use cases within itself, but its main one was to be used for cross-border payments, right? Being able to transfer, being a bridge asset, and being able to transfer money seamlessly, faster, cheaper, more transparency, and so forth. Now, Ripple is working with other companies like Coil to do micropayments, so there's a lot of use cases there. But that in itself, it's a utility token. It has a real world utility applications, a superior technology, and likewise you have your Ethereums with smart contract technology and so forth, right? So I hope you guys understand that concept. But the next evolution, as mentioned, is going to be asset-backed tokens, and which will be considered securities. So instead of an ICO, an initial coin offering, we will now have a STO, a security token offering, and what we saw, what was reported just 2 days ago, the Nasdaq is looking to launch their platform. They've been talking about this now, right? That they want to launch a platform to list cryptocurrencies, but now they're also talking about tokenized securities. So do you see the evolution? That's not to say is anything wrong with the existing crypto market or tokens, but you know, we will see evolution of the technology in cryptos for sure, just as we saw, you know, Web 0.1, Web 0.2, and so forth. I mean, you go back and you look at websites and email and service and even internet service provider, right? Dial-up back in the 90s. Now we're in broadband super fast, right? So there is a natural evolution to technology. Go back to smartphones, right? Smartphones used to be these big things. Now they're like small, you know, I mean, you could do so much. They're like a computer. And then even computers themselves, right? And evolution to laptops and all of that. Hope you guys get that concept. Well, the Nasdaq is looking to do this, guys, to list asset-based tokens. And of course, like I said, they will be considered securities because they will, the idea of asset-backed tokens is that the token you purchase is giving you ownership or part of a company, right? Or whatever it may be. And of course, that gives you, like I said, part ownerships, but also can give you benefits like, interest payments, derivative payments, all those things, right? So if you guys understand the concept of stocks, it's very similar, but using the blockchain technology, it is much more scalable and easier to use, and also will eliminate a lot of the middlemen. But the Nasdaq will look to be, just as they do for stocks, a marketplace so you can buy those security tokens. So let me just give you some details here. The U.S. exchange operator Nasdaq could gatecrash the crypto market with a new platform, according to people familiar with the situation. The firm, which is best known for bringing technology companies such as Facebook and Tesla to market, is exploring a security token platform, the people said. Such platforms provide a way for firms to issue a token, which trades on a blockchain as a way to raise funds. Security token offerings, STOs, unlike some initial coin offerings, aim to fit into the parameters of the existing U.S. securities law. And of course, they have to fit within that because the SEC has specific laws that apply to like stocks. So anything that's issued, based off of the company that where you have ownership and you're expected to have some sort of profit, right, or payout, like stocks do, is obviously falls within the securities laws. So I'm not going to go too much further into this. I just want to give you the idea of what's happening. And this is why I keep telling you guys to hold. The natural evolution will see this crypto and blockchain market explode. And also the big players are getting in. Major stock exchanges around the world. We've been, obviously, look, the Nasdaq, the New York Stock Exchange, right? Everyone is gearing up to get into this market and looking at how they can make money off of it. And like I said, there's going to be a natural evolution. So we, as I've said many times, are the early adopters and should count ourselves lucky, but we have to be patient. I know people want to make money, but you got to be patient. We have to be patient as the market grows and evolves, and we got to get through a lot of the infancy stage manipulation and all these things. But definitely, as we've seen evolution across many technological booms, it will happen here as well. And this should get you thinking not only about investing in crypto, regular utility tokens and currencies, but also security tokens, because you could be one of the first adopters there. If some specific company decides to do that or whatever it may be. And of course, you invest at your own risk. You do your own research. This is not financial advice. But I'm saying, like what I would do, or hypothetically, this could be another opportunity. And, also could be a big opportunity for you to open your own business or build on top of this movement, right? Being an early adopter, understanding blockchain technology and what's to come. So just keep these things in the back of your mind, guys. I'm sharing them because I'm personally thinking about that. For example, if I make some great profit off of my crypto assets that I'm holding, I may look at, starting a blockchain company or whatever it may be, or a company that helps other companies to go to do like a tokenized security, an STO, a security token offering. So these are things I'm thinking about, not just my investment, but the future, because I want to make sure I'm there to capitalize and make money off of this revolution, just as the people in the 90s did who capitalized off of the internet and computers, guys. Look at your Googles, right? Look at your Amazons, and those are Goliaths, but there's many other smaller companies that did really well, right? That had a working product, great monetization model, and whatever it is, and solving a real world problem, and they did well. So keep these things in the back of your mind. Now, when I say, once again, to elaborate a bit more on the asset-based tokens or security tokens, right? An example, and I remember I reported on this, guys, if you've been a subscriber to the channel, this is news from earlier in March of this year. And it's related to Kevin O'Leary, who from Shark Tank, many of you may know, Mr. Wonderful. He's a businessman, very wealthy, and like I said, he's on the TV show TV show Shark Tank. So he was talking about a hotel, NYC hotel, New York City hotel, that he was working with to do essentially an STO, where they would do an offering and sell share of their hotel via a token. So let me give you some details just as a reminder. Kevin O'Leary NYC Hotel wants to use a $400 million crypto coin offering to sell ownership like a stock. That is where we are headed. That is the future, guys. And then not only for a hotel, but almost everything will be tokenized. We're headed to the tokenized economy. And because of blockchain, you may have multiple tokens, but the blockchain can control what those tokens can do and what they can't do, right? Using obviously the blockchain technology. That's why I said it's important for you guys to understand how blockchain technology works, so you get a grasp of how all this is going to work. You're going to see many things are going to get tokenized. Almost every part of our lives, guys, any type of transaction, sending up some document, whatever it is, it's going to be a lot of tokenization, and but that's going to be efficient, and that's how a lot of blockchain technology is going to be used. So just some notes here from O'Leary. Instead of a stock, a share, it's a coin with a smart contract approved by the SEC, says the Shark Tank investor. He says, you will be an owner of a third of this hotel. So speaking about the New York City hotel, it will be the first of its kind. So Kevin is, once again, a very smart guy. On Shark Tank, you guys know him, very wealthy. And you see who's getting involved. You see the players here, right? These people are not doing this for fun. They're out to make money. And if you have seen this guy on the Shark Tank show, he's all about the money, guys. He's all about the money. So let me just give you another quick rundown here. Kevin O'Leary on Monday says he's working a deal to allow a very prestigious brand hotel in New York sell ownership in a company through a $400 million cryptocurrency offering instead of a stock IPO. There's a big deal coming in New York in the next 3 weeks, said Shark Tank investor and chairman of the ETF firm O'Shares Investments. It's a $400 million coin issuance for a real asset you've heard of. However, O'Leary could not have revealed the name of the hotel yet due to a non-disclosure agreement. And he says here, instead of a stock, a share, it's a coin with smart. Okay, I read that to you guys. So this is where we're headed to, guys. Let's see here. O'Leary said the hotel asset-backed ICO he's involved with could adhere to government securities rules and offer prospective investors the kind of marketing materials they get with stock initial public offerings. The key is to go to the regulator and say, I want to work with you. I don't want to tear the world apart. I want to be regulated. I want to do this by the rules, et cetera, et cetera. So like I said, guys, this will be the next evolution. So what you're probably going to see in the Nasdaq and these different stock exchanges, not just the current cryptocurrencies like your Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and so forth. What you're going to start seeing is these STOs or asset-backed tokens, guys. That is going to be the evolution. That's why I keep telling you to hold. We're at the tip of the iceberg here of this crypto market. And you guys have seen my portfolio. I hold a variety. I'm very bullish on, for example, XRP because of what it's doing. It's real-world application, solving a real-world problem, disrupting a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And there's, of course, I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others, but I think bigger things are to come. And that's not to say Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of those things are not big. I'm just saying there's going to be, like I mentioned with the internet, multiple use cases. You're going to have your search engines like Google. You're going to have your email service providers. You're going to have your Amazons, which is about commerce. You're going to have this site and that site and this service. And you're going to have your Facebook, which is social networking. So you see the internet, if you do the analogy, internet is like the blockchain and different use cases within that space. So I hope you understand that. And there's going to be, like I said, a natural evolution, guys. So I know, some of this is long off in a sense of years, right? But I think what we're probably going to see, though, and let me just make sure I set expectations here. I believe these stock exchanges are going to list the top cryptos in the current market, but also start rolling out these asset-backed tokens. But from there, it's going to grow. It's going to become global, and every stock exchange is going to have it, and almost every company is going to start doing it. It's going to be easier for a lot of these smaller companies to raise funds, to sell part of their business to get raise funds and expand and so forth, rather than having to go through all kinds of hoops, right? Because of the blockchain technology, they can cut out a lot of the middlemen. Now, I am not associated with these sites, but what I just wanted to share with you, I'm seeing companies are starting to now offer services. Take your venture public through STO, legally raise funds for your venture from international accredited investors. So security token offering, right? That is where we are going. Here's another company, and they offer STOs as well. Like, for example, here, they name it Helium, end-to-end SEC compliant security token issuance platform. Guys, really big things are coming. And if you see who's getting involved, Nasdaq, these big time investors, Wall Street, we're seeing corporate America getting in. And it's going to start off, like I said, with, the tokens, the crypto that's on the, those top cryptos, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and so forth. And then it's going to evolve beyond that. And we're going to see these security asset-based tokens. And then we'll see what else comes after that. But this is where you have to exercise patience, guys. And like I said, it's not just from an investment standpoint that you want to look at this, but also what opportunity is there for you in this new emerging market that you maybe want to start up a business, a service, and make money off of this. Could be a big opportunity. Think about, if you were positioned at a certain place where in the early 90s, let's say, when the internet started up, and then you could, build on the technology, guys. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you all later.